Okay, welcome back again to some Wargame Red Dragon action. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 naval battle on the into the blue map. So we've got Lightman myself playing as blue 4. So, well, actually, well, starting as a blue colour, but actually playing as Pact forces. As you can see, Udaloy 2 Najun is actually from Pact. And we've also got Cerberus, my opponent, who's also going to be playing Pact. So it's going to be a nice little Pact versus Pact mirror. We'll just fast forward a little bit past the initial deployment phase. See how things work out. Big difference between me and my opponents. I've got the Udaloy, Najin, Luda, and a Z9C helicopter around just to scout, while my opponent, I believe, does not have any flagships. Instead, he's got a whole bunch of Trunchels, Huijuns, and a couple of Najins as well. Just a quick comparison. Trunchel Freeze are, well, as you can see, their strength is god-awful for their cost, but they've got incredible range on their ASMs, which can actually do quite a bit of AP power as well, provided you can actually get them to hit. So he's got a few of them to be able to hit, and he's got a couple of Huijuns as well. So these ones are not too bad in terms of health cost. Pretty good ACM and good kills. Very good kills actually. In fact, they've even got a separate kills weapon so they can actually defend other ships as well from ASMs. Not too bad. Gun is pretty shitty, but at the same time they've got some pretty decent ASMs. Najins are more your traditional ships of the line basically. Great strength for cost. ASMs are kind of shitty though and very low ranged, but their main gun though, as you can see, pretty damn good range and pretty damn good HE power. He actually made an interesting decision to relocate from Bravo to Alpha entirely. Looks like he's just going to gather his fleet and then he's going to assault me. My little Z9C ASM helicopter should be seeing all of that. Let's just have a look actually. Oh yep, going to be seeing the ships coming in now. And can you actually see my helicopter? He definitely can. And he's going to start shooting at it as well, so get a nice little close-in view of it desperately trying to fly away, and it is going to be able to. God, interesting how they got like a movement noise for helicopters and such, but fucking ships still no movement sounds. That's it's a bit of a minor gripe, I know, but still, it just doesn't make any fucking sense when other things have got movement sounds. And speaking of which, I think one of my Ludas just got shot down. The Udaloy 2 is eating up those missiles, getting rid of a couple here and there, but unfortunately my opponent has managed to score the first. Okay, yeah, my SMs didn't do anything. He did manage to score off the first kill on me as it stands, and yeah, it kind of sucks. What can you do? Huijuan for myself also coming in, and yeah, did try to launch a couple of ASMs their way. It did not quite do anything. I needed to get everything in position to be able to launch ASMs at the same time before I did that, but oh well, at least I do have some longer range ASMs of my own. I believe the Lud, on the other hand, yeah, it's a bit more of a gunship as it were. Yeah, its ASMs have got kind of crappy range. Though kills is pretty good. It's even got its separate dual type 76F for defense as well, for missile defense as well, actually. Very nice indeed. And now my opponent is, yeah, now just going to be conglomerating ground Alpha, a whole bunch of Huijuns. Man, he really likes his Huijuns actually, as well as Trunchels and a single Najin. Actually, no, that second Najin there as well. Mostly just act as cheap cappers, I'm presuming. They're actually very good. I don't know what the hell they're actually meant to be designated designated as, not is. But yeah, I think just calling them ships of the line, even though technically you don't actually have ships of the line in modern naval warfare, I think that kind of suits them. I mean, they got very good guns. The ASMs otherwise suck, and actually they do have a dual type 66, but that is not a defensive one either actually. So don't know what the MiG-29K was doing there. I think it was just scouting. Interesting. Well, yes. So yeah, they do get yeah, a couple of guns on them. Although the dual type 66, decent range against airplanes, I guess. But yeah, it's not a defensive gun. It doesn't have def next to it, which means it can't attack missiles en route. Very good health for its cost though, that's for sure. And can I actually see my helicopter? Nope, he can't. What can I see? I can see his ships on the other hand, so there we go. Very good positioning on the Z9C. It's the only packed, unless if that's changed in the latest patch, it's the only packed, almost getting tongue-tied there, yeah, it's the only packed ASW helicopter, so anti-ship helicopter, that actually has exceptional sea optics. The other ones have got either very good or just good optics. Oh, speaking of which, okay, so did not manage to take out the Najin. What was I thinking? This thing was just, yeah, it sent in 2 missiles at a time rather than unloading all 4 of them, which probably would have downed it, although maybe not. Oh well, I suppose at least I managed to panic him and damage him quite a bit, but still, it kind of sucks I wasn't able to take him out like that, but oh well, what can you do? So yes, the last patch, this is actually just before that patch happened, but yeah, the latest patch, whatever number it was, basically it introduced quite a few new units into the game, in particular for the NSWP nations, so Poland, there we go, Poland, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, and maybe and one other, I can't remember, should be able to remember given how long I've been playing the damn game for, but anyway, yeah, introduced a whole bunch of units for them, in particular some pretty modern ones, to say the least, very powerful but expensive modern units for them, and yeah, you also got a nice little selection of anti-ship missile trucks available as well, so on mixed land and naval maps you can deploy those trucks and then strike ships from land, surprisingly enough. So there you go, good times indeed. And yeah, as you can see, I've just secured Delta, I've got Echo as well, so my opponent on the other hand, he does have a closer spawn point to Delta. Actually, no, wait a minute, no, of course, Echo is right next to Delta as well, so, but the thing is though, if I do try to attack his fleet, it's going to be right on a reinforcements, right on a reinforcement sector. So we've got both air and sea reinforcements available from this sector there. So yeah, it's quite the reinforcement sector indeed. It's actually just going to be sending in a Munna. I don't think he's really, he's got a few missiles to replenish, not really that much though. He's in a bit of a losing position though, simply because I've got one more territory than he does. And does he actually still see my helicopter? Nope, he does not. And what do I see? I see a couple of ships here and there. These ships here should not actually be registering. I think that's a bit of a bug actually. Basically the stuff with an actual icon over it, I'm pretty sure is the only thing that I can actually see. Yeah, or rather the stuff with actual text over it to show what it is. And of course the question mark as well, to show that you don't know what the hell it is. And another ship incoming, nice little black ship there. Latest generation stealth ship, as you can see. Indeed. And yeah, if we switch over to his view, we still got that goddamn bug. I'm pretty sure it's from the original game. Sorry, from the original game, where you can still get that fucking question mark appearing if, yeah, when you're switching over like that. Because yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be seeing. Of course, if we switch over to Cerberus's view, he should be able to know, you know, what his own ship is. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was actually from the original Wargame European escalation game, in fact, which kind of sucks, but there you go. The Z9C is also going to get downed, which kind of sucks as well, especially since, yeah, I had a whole bunch of planes coming in ready to take them out. They definitely need stuff to be shooting, or rather to be spotting ahead of them, but nope, I'm actually going to charge ahead. Let's just switch over to neutral. Damn, didn't mean to do that. And actually still managing to survive, bizarrely enough. One of something has gone down. I think it was just a Hujian, but there we go, not too shabby, but yeah, planes, especially the longer ranged ASM planes, they just need stuff to spot ahead of them so that you can actually make full use of the range of their missiles. Otherwise they almost have to be on top of their enemy to actually see them. And normally they don't spot the ground units at all, but they seem to make an exception for sea units. Also got another helicopter there to spot anything coming in, but really the real action, the real story is going to be on the western portion of the map. Tranchals and Huijans mostly, actually no, only Tranchals and Huijans versus a single Udaloy 2, one Luden, one Najin and one Huijan. Nice little mixture there. And if you have a look as well, actually, notice that the missiles, ASMs, are actually going directly to this Huijan, which is actually giving the ships that are sort of off to the side, it's given them plenty of time to actually shoot down these missiles as well. Something else just got blown up as well that I kind of missed. I'm sure in the video it was kind of evident what happens, but there we go. Overall, a pretty good defense against missiles that I have here. The Hujan is still taking a bit of damage, and there we go. I believe now we're getting these guys to launch everything they can when it comes to missiles. Looks like I'm just aiming at the Hujans in front. Makes sense. And yeah, things are definitely getting desperate. Notice that my opponent has depleted pretty much all of his ASMs. On the other hand, it seems to have worked. I've lost quite a few units. He's lost quite a few ships here and there, but Hujans, they're only 110 points, so really he can afford to lose them. Udalo 2, thankfully, is still pretty calm and still in pretty good health. This Hujan, on the other hand, probably needs to get the hell out of there, actually. And we've even got Tarantulas coming in as well, actually. I should have... Yeah, given how shitty their health was, I should have actually gone for those. Those would have been great targets to take out. But in any case, I've only got 2 ASMs myself on the Udalo 2, which I'm going to be saving up. Oh, I've also got a couple of Ludas. No, sorry, not a couple of Ludas. Only one Luda with several missiles on it. A whole bunch of ASM's planes coming in as well. We had a bit of a sound glitch there for some reason. They're going to be shooting off all their missiles. Tarantula 3 does not stand a chance. Okay, he does apparently stand a chance. Oh no, MiG-29K coming in to finish him off about damn time. But at the same time though, Luda's getting panicked, but everything else is pretty damn calm, thank God for that. Lloyd 2 doing everything he can to shoot the crap out of the incoming ships, and yeah, no Tarantulas left actually. In fact, I don't know what the Mona's doing back there. I guess Cerberus does not want to risk it, although he might be sending it over right now actually. Lud on the other hand, yeah, definitely seen some better days. Lloyd 2 on the other hand, still going pretty strong, and yeah, slowly but surely I am taking up Cerberus's fleet. On the other hand though, I am definitely losing some pretty key vessels at the same time. I do have one Luda here, and okay, nice little broadside happening there. Okay, definitely need to note where the actual main guns and all that are, because I'm pretty sure when it's facing forward like this, I'm pretty sure that only one of the guns is firing. It sort of has to be at least a bit of an angle for this other gun at the back here to fire, I think. This thing's getting stunned to hell and back. I'm basically just sending it into the heart of the enemy's fleet and trying to get its collateral damage to do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately though, Cerberus appears to have anticipated this and sent in another ship ahead of it for some bizarre reason, not entirely sure why. Its own collateral damage actually stunning and damaging the Luda. But his own ships are pretty decently spaced actually. Najin and the Hujan are a little bit close together here, but apart from that, yeah, they're pretty nicely spaced. And this guy does blow up. He does stun, panic, and damage this Hujan, but yeah. Oh, okay, we had a couple of planes coming in as well. But apart from that, though, yeah, it's a bit indecisive as to what's happening at the moment. The Udalo 2 is getting a bit worried, and I probably would be a bit worried too. Najin, on the other hand, is shaken, not stirred. Its own gun doing a pretty good amount of damage. We'll just hide the HUD actually, and we'll just enjoy this battle loose up here. There we go. Thankfully, the Udalo 2 is still going relatively strong, and yeah, the opponent's ships are slowly but surely getting destroyed, but I have to watch out though. I mean, I'm losing fewer ships, but my ships cost a hell of a lot more as well. I mean, especially the Udalo 2. 500 points, yep. 500 big ones right there. Very good health though, thankfully, and it's getting panicked unfortunately as well. Thankfully we do have the cavalry coming in terms of the planes, and they do take out another ship which I think damaged and yeah, actually panicked the other ships around it. So actually I think that's why I aimed for that ship rather than just the closest ship there, and yeah, actually just managing to panic and stun them. Might just be the saving grace that I need. On the other hand, my own ships are panicked. Udalo 2 is in dire straits. It's got fire in the arms room. Somewhere there's fires going on, springing out all over the ships, so they have it. Luda is coming in to try to help out though. It actually should have been helping out before. It was back here all... Oh, okay, it's actually run out of cannon shots. Wow. Indeed. But at the very least, I'm forcing Cerberus to retreat, and oh, okay, another thing to notice as well is that he devoted his entire fleet to this attack actually, so sorry, to this attack. God, what is happening with my voice today? So yeah, he actually had 0 reinforcements coming in while I've been able to reinforce slowly but surely. Do have another Najin coming in, some more Hujans, Luda trying to doing everything it can. One thing I definitely needed to do a bit better was yeah, to actually make sure my ships were properly resupplied. And yeah, probably to retreat them a little bit earlier. Thankfully though, my opponent did not bring out any planes, or if he did, he wasn't able to deploy them because he didn't have any reinforcement zones. But there we go. Woodloy 2 still alive, panicked, and yeah, out of missiles completely, and yeah, actually running out of cannon shots almost. Luda, unbelievably enough, actually has run out of everything except for its kill system there. Funny that works. And yeah, Muna just coming in finally. I should have sent that in as early as possible, just to resupply everything. So now we've got a bit of an intermission here. Just my helicopter is going forward. Cerberus cannot see that just yet. As myself, I can see that his ships are retreating basically. So, and what do you know? A couple of bows coming in. They might be able to take out the Muna. Let's just get a nice little close-in shot of that, shall we? There we go. Okay, missiles off, and we'll just follow that to the target. There we go. Very nicely done indeed. Very cinematic. Yeah, yes, actually I did have a couple of suggestions to record while I'm actually playing this game, and the problem with that is that the majority of the time this is what you're going to be seeing, this kind of view. Zoomed out so that, you know, the player, i.e. myself, can actually see everything that's going on. And yeah, just basically focusing on what I'm doing rather than being able to actually zoom in on the different sections of the battle and actually see things from multiple perspectives and all that. Yeah, I mean, I did that before for at least Wargame European Escalation, possibly also for Wargame Aliens Battle at first. I can't remember, but yeah, overall, yeah, I don't know. It's just that you miss out on so much detail. Okay, zone planes are coming in. MiG-209 SKs, Su-27Ks as well as a Fabao, my own planes just hanging around basically. Can you actually see them? Nope, he can't actually, so he's just not really sure what he's doing with these guys. He can see my ships, looking at it from his perspective, and I can see his ships. I can see his planes as well. Oh, shit. Yep, these MiGs don't really stand too much of a chance. They might be able to let off their missiles. Yep, they will do that at the very least. And oh my god, down to one single fucking bar of health though. But yep, one of my MiGs does go down. The other one actually does manage to get out of there, bizarre enough. This Nudgin's so close to getting taken out. Damn it, that would have been great because it would have damaged and panicked these other ones, other ships around us. But oh well, my Fabao's also come in. Actually, they might be able to deliver the finishing blow. No, they go for the Hujan. Damn it, the fucking Nudgin was right there. Damn it, I should have noticed that. Oh well, what can you do? But anyway, yeah, so that's basically why I don't, at least for these sorts of games, I don't tend to commentate and play at the same time. I mean, that and it's also just harder to do as well. I mean, for certain other games, like say Stalker Misery or certain first-person shooters or well, games like that, or even Men of War to a degree, I mean, it is much easier to be able to commentate and play at the same time, but yeah, these sorts of games tend to need a little bit more concentration. Well, actually, Men of War, strictly speaking, does actually require quite a bit of concentration as well. It's just that it doesn't have a replay system at all, so that's basically the only reason why I commentate and play at the same time, just for that reason. It still does demand quite a bit of concentration, of course, even if it is smaller scale and all that. And the other question, of course, was about live streaming. And yeah, that's actually something that would be interested in doing. The biggest bottleneck there would be my rather crappy internet connection. It's the download speed is pretty good. Well, pretty good for Australia anyway. But its upload speed is kind of shitty. I'm pretty sure that the best I could do when it comes to... Actually, might hit the right target this time. Yep. Well, there you go. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to the upload speed, it should be able to stream maybe 480p video, but that's not particularly good quality, as you know. But, well, what the hell, I mean, maybe let me know, because I know that quite a few people like watching these particular videos, about, oh shit, that goes my Wargame 2. But anyway, yeah, I know that people really like watching these particular videos for Wargame Red Dragon in particular. So yeah, hopefully plenty should see this, and yeah, just let me know in the comments, you know, whether you'd be interested in watching live streams of certain games, some games, even if they are in 480p. Just let me know in the comments section, and well, see what I can do. Yeah, for some game, I'll only be able to do it for some games because, of course, streaming a video uses up the well, the upload bandwidth basically not really sure how to put that. It's basically puts it, you know, because my internet connection can only upload so much at once, it basically means that playing multiplayer games and live streaming at the same time is going to be problematic. So probably will be able to do it for these sorts of games where I'm just commentating on a replay. But for online, yeah, it'll have to basically be something where the ping really doesn't matter, because I'm pretty sure that live streaming would screw over my ping completely. I mean, it isn't that great to begin with because I'm all the way in Australia from everyone else, but yeah. At the same time, I've never actually live streamed before, so it might not actually have that great of an impact on the actual latency and overall connection to online games. So I don't know, just let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I do know of nice little free broadcasting software that actually can be used for recording as well, called Open Broadcasting System or Open Broadcasting Software. I've got it written down somewhere. So it's open source as well, you just gotta love it, great stuff. I don't have it installed though, and yeah, just one thing that's concerning about it is if I do live stream with it, I mean, how will I also record high quality videos for YouTube as well? I'm not entirely sure if it actually handles that, if it can actually stream and record to the hard disk a much better quality video. At the same time, that's just something I'll have to check. This aircraft getting way too freaking close. It did not blow anything up, and it's still going to get out of there actually. These, what does this thing have? Okay, this thing's not exactly good against planes, and neither is the Najin either for that matter. So my opponent, he does have his own planes, and he actually is doing a good job going after my scouting units, but yeah, he just needs more anti-air stuff basically, because this stuff just sucks basically versus the air. Or he could just use his own planes actually to take out my own planes. Bam. Now goes another ship for him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could just use his own planes to take out my planes. That's possible. The problem, of course, is that Pact, for some reason, does not actually get any dedicated anti-air planes for pure naval units, while NATO, on the other hand, they do get an interceptor, which I believe is the Tomcat. Originally, that was just under the regular airplane tab, which you're not seeing at the moment, but yeah, normally it'd be under that. Or rather, it was in the previous two games. Well, actually, no, just the previous game, wasn't present in the first one. But nope, in this latest one, it's actually been moved over to the naval tab, and just acts as an interceptor, pretty much like it did in the previous game, actually. Oh, speaking of getting intercepted, what does my opponent have? For Bow, Su-27K, which has actually got pretty decent radar missiles on it to use versus planes, and MiG-29K. So this is going to be his possibly his coup de bras. Coup de bras. God damn it, that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it at all. His in any case, he's getting the Sovereignty in as well, so he's actually finally got his own flagship coming in. The coup de grace, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, he's going to have to get close to my ships before he fires off those missiles. He might be able to take out one Najin, maybe a couple of others. We'll see what happens. My Fabal's coming in. Actually, the Morna in a good position to basically spot all these planes coming in, and Fabals are just going to continue. Actually, I could have kept on going towards opponent's planes, tried to intercept him, probably wouldn't have been able to with the amount of crap there is here. Najin gets taken out though, and same time though, I do manage to inflict a bit of damage on his Najin. He does manage to take out my Najin. So it does put me in a bit of a sticky situation in the fact that I don't actually have any resources capped at all. I don't even have the reinforcement sector capped. Thankfully, going to be rectifying that by sending in a Najin over to Echo, and yeah, my opponent, his Sovereignty is out. It doesn't have as much health as the Udaloy 2, even though it costs the same, and it does have far more cannon rounds. I think it might have more ASMs, maybe less, I can't remember. And it does have longer ranged defensive missiles as well, although they have a longer reload time on them. So yeah, they have a longer reload time, but yeah, much longer range, so not too bad against aircraft. You won't be able to one-shot them, which really sucks. In fact, there was only one single anti-air unit in the entire game, I'm pretty sure, that would one-shot planes, and that was the North Korean Pango 3, or whatever the hell it was called. In the latest patch, though, it was, of course, nerfed from 10 HE damage to 9 HE damage, which is just freaking annoying. I mean, really. It's one of the very few special units that North Korea even gets, for God's sake. And I mean, really, that's the sort of thing that just made them stand apart from the other factions in the game. But nope, only 9 HE damage, despite the fact that they cost crap loads and they have like a half-minute reload time. Bit of a pet peeve, I suppose you could say, but it's kind of annoying that they did that. I mean, really, was it really imbalanced for North Korea, of all countries, to get a prototype? Yeah, prototype. Oh shit! I almost got killed off. Yeah, prototype anti-air system. For God's sake, that was, you know, actually unique and could one-shot planes. Because it is a prototype, so you can't just have a mixed packed deck and just take it. You have to either take a Red Dragon's deck, which limits you just to North Korea or to China, or you have to just take a North Korean deck directly to even get the damn anti-air system. But no, apparently it was overpowered or something for the developers to do that. But oh well. That aside, one Najin almost got taken out. I wasn't paying attention to whether any of my planes got taken out. I don't think so. I think one of them got heavily damaged. Apart from that, could be worse. Najin right next to Sovereign actually would be very nice if I could get it to blow up. But yeah, I am slowly but surely winning. Had a few fleet engagements here and there, so pretty fun game overall. And yeah, it looks like by coup de grace, at least for that Najin anyway, is going to be a whole bunch of Z9C ASW helicopters. Actually, no, wait a minute. Is ASW? No, ASW I think is anti-submarine warfare. Or is it? Or is it anti-ship warfare? Huh. Damn, I've got no idea. Well, there you go. In either case, only a couple more minutes to go. You have to watch out though. Hujain could still go after the helicopters. Has a pretty decent range against them. Definitely don't want to get that close. And craploads of planes also coming in. What will they do? They will discharge a few missiles, but at the same time managing to intercept them. One missile, nope, that's it. They all actually get intercepted. And these missiles will probably get intercepted as well. I think one of them hit the Lura and that was it. And I think these other ones, I think another one hit the Lura as well actually. So they did manage to do that at the very least. 2 minutes to go though. This is going to be, yeah, come down to the crunch basically. The Sovereignty on the other hand, I just launched a crap load of ASMs except for 2 from one of these Z9Cs for some reason. Yeah, I think I just unloaded all these ASMs on it, and yeah, it's pretty heavily panicked and damaged actually. In fact, if I can destroy that, then yeah, that'll pretty much utterly crush any hopes that Cerberus might have. Not that he has too many hopes in the first place. And there we go. Now these are the simultaneous ASM launches that I was talking about that I wasn't able to do, or that I didn't do properly in the previous engagement. Seems to be working a bit better this time around, and yeah, now we've got a whole bunch of them coming in, and bam, down he goes. One more nudge in, and how the hell am I even meant to read that, for fuck's sake? 80% I believe is what that says. In any case, yeah, thankfully with helicopters you can just get them to land on a bit of land. Land on a bit of land. Yes, where else are they going to land, I guess. And yeah, they can just get resupplied that way, and they'll have more ASMs coming in. Speaking of which, I do still have my ASMs re-enabled. Will that Najin be able to do anything? He survives. Talk about a lucky Najin. But once my planes come in, or my fleet for that matter, pretty sure he's going to die a horrible, horrible death. Still though, Cerberus, he's still going. Still trying to stay alive, but he's not going to be able to do so. He's got 40 seconds to go. It ain't happening, basically. In fact, I think I'll fast forward actually, just because nothing is happening. Don't really need to watch the last few seconds of, you know, just terse maneuvering. Oh, actually a few planes coming in, but the game ends just as they launch their missiles. That is just great timing. There you go. Pretty enjoyable game overall. A few newbie mistakes made, especially by Cerberus. But yeah, so myself, I just have to make sure to keep my stuff resupplied and to actually move them out of harm's way a bit earlier as well. But there you go. I shall see you all next time.